Okay, so first we need a place to actually do some coding, right? So I'll share my screen. So go to this website called websites.com. I will send the link in the chat. So go to this website and this is a really good place for writing code online without needing to download anything. All right, so when you get here, you can just click sign up and then do username, email, password, and it's gonna walk you through everything basically.
Wait, sign up or log in?
Oh, sign up, sign up. If you have an account, you can log in, but if you don't, sign up. Yeah, just click sign up and then type in your email and then what username and password you want to use, and then it should just walk you through everything. And since I already have an account, I'll just log in. I'll pause share a bit. Okay, I guess just to see what you guys are seeing, I'm also gonna make a new account. So yep. So if we go to replit.com, sign up, username, let me think. I would just do whatever username. So when you get in, you can type your display name. So yeah, after typing your username, password, things you want, it'll bring to this page, and you can choose these things. And then if you think it's fine, then click looks good, and then click like light or dark theme. I like dark theme personally. It's good, and then it doesn't really matter here. I can just say none at all. And you can even just skip this entire part and then close out this video. And then it should bring you here. All right, is everybody on this page? All right. I feel we're all on this page. Okay, all right. Yeah, so once we, all right, is there anybody who hasn't gotten here yet? Replit.com and then sign in or sign up. All right, so I'm assuming we're all on this page now, yeah? All right, so from here, we're going to make a new project, yay. So click create and then select Python. And then for title, you can name it anything, but for this, I'm going to name it Hello World. And then click create REPL. And then it should bring you to here. And then you will be seeing this page. So, okay. Can I get like a confirmation in chat when you get to this page so that I know? All right, so if you're not on this page or don't know how to get there, you can ask the question in chat. And if you got here, type something so that I know you're here. As a student, well, you could, like, it doesn't really matter. You can, yeah. Yeah, so once you can click as a student and it doesn't really affect anything. So after you get through with the selecting, it should have a like a small video pop up, and then the video doesn't matter, just click looks good. And then on the top left corner you should see a create button. And when you click create, okay, let me do this again. So it's not gonna look exactly like this, but it's gonna have like a create on the top left somewhere. And then you should, when you click create, you should see something like this. So from here it says this lot of templates, just click Python, and for title, name it anything you want. And then after that, you can just click create REPL and it will bring you to the page. Yep. So somewhere on there, there's a create button. And after you create the project, it should, and yeah, when you click the create REPL, it should bring you to a page like this. Yep. All right. Yep. When you're done, type down in chat This way I know who's done and who's not done. All right. All right. So now that we're kind of on this page, let's get started with our very first line of code. So there's a kind of like a tradition in coding for your very first project. So print function have print and parentheses. And whatever you type in there, when you run it, it's going to print it on the right-hand side, which is the console. So inside the parentheses, I will type quotation marks, hello world. And as you can see, when you run it, boom, there you go. And inside the parentheses, you have to have quotation marks. Otherwise, it will not work. Yep. And with this is the very first line of Python. And all right, is everybody good with this part? The very first program. Hey. All right, if you're done, can I get a confirmation in chat or something? Yep. All right. And yep. So when you type this line of code and then click run, it should print hello world on the right side. All right, seems like we're still. Oh yeah, that is perfectly fine. You can write anything. Just it's just to show how print function works. You can print anything. All right. So yep, that's print function. You can also like tap another print below, and then it's going to print again, right? So if I do hello world and then also print like hi, what do you think? So when I click run, it prints hello world and hi on 2 lines. So you can have multiple print functions. It doesn't have to stop at 2. You can print a lot of things. So print just writes things out on the right side, basically. So that's print. Yep. So yep, that is print. And well, but with only print, you can only write things. It's not very useful, isn't it? I mean, it's useful, but it's not that useful. So let's get started. Do we know what a variable is? Have you ever heard of, I think, a variable? So you can have a variable, for example, like, I don't know, like name equals, for example, I'm going to type my own name. And then I could do, so now name is Eric. It's my name now. So now I could print name instead of print Eric. And then it prints Eric because name is Eric. Okay. You can change the name to anything and it doesn't have to be called name. You could just call this like A. It's the name of the variable and there's the thing you're putting inside the variable. Right? So yeah, you can print a variable. But say, what if you want to say hello plus like some variable? For example, if I want to make it print hello Eric, how would I do that? Good question, right? Because I can print a variable and I can print some line, but I can't exactly just print them like together, can I? Well, I can. Sure, I can. Hello? It's plus name. Yep, exactly. You can print some line plus a variable, but it has to be some line as well. If you try to make a put a number here, it's not going to work. So, yep. So whenever you see like quotation marks and in a different color than white, that is whatever, that is your, we call it string. We call this type of thing a string. String as in string. Yep, there's print and name equals Eric. So let's say we want to make a different variable. We can also have number, right? And we can also print number. So this also works. You could print number or just print 5. Well, you could make a lot of things with variables and print. For example, this prints hello Eric, right? I could also print nice to meet you. And then it's going to print hello Eric, nice to meet you. But now what if I want to change the name? Say Bob, and then print Well, what do you think it's going to happen when I click run? Anybody want to guess? Yep. So yeah, it's going to print, hello, Eric, nice to meet you. And nice to meet you, Bob, because name has been changed to Bob now. So it runs it line by line from top to bottom. That's how it works. Yay. So yeah. Now let's talk about numbers a little bit. So we can also do number equals 5, right? And we can print a number. When I click run, it will print 5. No, it could be just a regular whole number, or it could also be like a decimal. Numbers and decimals are slightly different, but they're basically very similar. So we can have number equals 5, right? And we could do another number equals number times 3. So now another number will be number times whatever number is times 3. And then if I print another number, well, what is it going to print? Or what is it going to display on the right side? Well, since number is 5 and another number is 3 times that number, well, it's 15. Now the cool thing is we can change this to we can change the number and it will print different things. Now, you may ask, how is this useful? Well, what if I make third number and we want it to be number times 2, and then we can print a third number. Well, when I change a number, both of them change, right? And if I didn't have this number, I would have to change this in 2 places. So this way we only have to change one number. Does everybody have any questions so far? Oh yeah, are we all just, do we all don't have any questions? Are we all good? No? No questions? All right. So, yep. So from this point now we have variables. We can assign them some values. And then we can also print. So you already learned how to do 2 things in Python. So let's do a third thing, shall we? So there's also this thing called input. Input parentheses. And I could say, what is your name? Inside here. And then if I put it at the top, well, then you can answer, right? Now we can actually do name equals input. So this input will be whatever you typed in. So if I say Eric, then name here will be changed to Eric because I typed Eric for when it prompts me to type something with the input. So if I type Eric, it works. Now, if I type another name, well, what is going to happen? It also works, but with the other name I typed in, that's input. Are any questions? All right, then. So guess we're all familiar with those already, perhaps. Yeah, as you notice, we could do math in here as well. So we can do like number equals 5 plus 3, then number will be 8. Right? So we could do plus, minus, anything. So if I do print, and then instead of print, we do 5 plus 3, well, it's going to, what is it going to print? It's going to print, well, let me just get rid of this part, but it should just print 8. Let me get rid of all these other ones for now. So yeah, it will print 8 if you do 5 plus 3. So that's plus. So if I do minus, what is it going to print now? Anybody? Oh, yeah. Yeah, 5 plus 3 will be 8, but what if I print 5 minus 3? Well, 5 minus 3 would just be 2, right? So yeah, you could do the basic plus, minus, multiply, and well, divide works a bit differently. So 5 divided by 3, well, it's going to be 1.6667, right? Something. It's not, when you divide an integer by another integer, it's going to give you a decimal. And you may think it doesn't matter for now, but you'll there's some differences between integers and decimals. But yeah, so besides those basic operators, here's another one. Right? Okay, does everybody? Okay, yeah. So if you do 2 dashes instead of 1, yeah, 2 slashes instead of 1, what do you think it's? So what this does, it divides 5 by 3 and then only take the integer, and it doesn't care about, it just throws away the remainder. Does everybody get this so far? Can I get some confirmation in chat? do we get this part? Like the operators? Yes, no, maybe. Yeah, so if I print 10 double/3, does anybody want to take a guess what it's going to print out? Well, it's just going to print out 3 because it's three threes in your 10. It throws away the remainder. But say, what if you want the remainder? Well, you could do this instead. Do percentage sign. And what this does is that it divides 10 by 3 and it gets the remainder. So 10 divided by 3, the remainder will be 1. So it will print 1. So there you go. That's all the basic operators in Python now. Now you know how to deal with numbers. So print 5 plus 3, that will be 8. Print 5 minus 3, and it will be 2. You can print like 5 times 5, that'll be 25. And if you print 10 divided by 5, well, it doesn't print 2, it prints 2.0. Isn't that weird? Because when you do a division, you always get a decimal. You don't get an integer, you get a decimal from division, always. But if you want an integer, you could do 5 double/5. Does anybody have questions about this part? Operators. Do you have any questions? Okay, if you're back, I'll get some water. And back. Okay, does everybody understand this part, or should we move on? So can we have some response? Yeah. Alright. So I guess we all get this part, right? Do we know all these last two operators? The double slash and the module, like the percentage sign? Yeah.
All right. So with these, you can actually, so let's get back to numbers. You have number equals, so let's just say we have number, right? Number equals 5. We just print number. Well, say now we want to change the number. Let's say we want to print number again, but we want to print like, no, to double the number. Well, we could print number times 2, right? But what if we want to actually just double the number itself and then print that instead? So we could do number equals, well, we could set number to twice the number. So if we set it to twice of itself, it will double itself and be 10. So now if we print number again, ooh, it is 10. You can also do number divided by 2. That will be 2.5. Now if you do 2 dashes, it will throw away the remainder, so it will be 2. Maybe the module. Well, 5 divided by 2, the remainder is 1, so it prints 5 and 1. Yay. Do we all get this part now? Yeah. All right. So on one hand, you could do number equals number times 2, but this is kind of long, right? And it's very annoying. It's easier to read, but it is not very fun to do. So what you could do instead is instead of typing equals, so if I do number plus equals 1, anybody wanna take a guess what this does? So plus equals, well, it increases it by whatever's on the right side. So if a number plus equals 1, it will increase the number by 1. So it prints 5 and 6. Now, I can also do like plus equals 2, and it will be 5 and 7. Now, it's not just plus, it's all the basic operators. So I could do minus equals 2, and it will be 3. Could do times equals, and it's going to be 10, or divide equals. So it all works. All the basic operators, you can all put them in front of the equal to change it from just setting it to this number by, yeah, change it from setting this number to the right side to just change it by whatever way you want. So if you do double slash equals, well, it does the same thing. It takes number, divide by 2, and throw away the remainder. So yeah, number plus equals 2, and number equals number plus 2. These are the same exact same thing. Just 2 ways to write it. So for example, right, so this will be the same, right? number equals number divided by 2, or number divide equals 2. Works for module 2. So yeah, all the 6 basic operators, you put them in front of the equal sign, and they will act as if you're doing the exact same thing as like this. Yep. Well, you think you broke yours? No, what happened? Tell me more details about what happened. Is it like an error or something? Happened. See what the examples are. Oh, basically you can print number and you can change number by setting number to like number +1, and then number will be increased by 1. Basically that. You have plus, minus, multiply, divide and round down, and remainder. Those are the 6 basic functions or basic operators. There's also something pretty useless. You could do number equals number, and it will do literally nothing. All right, are we all good with this? Yeah, are we all good with this part? If you're, yeah, anybody, yeah. If you're good with this part, can you just type something in chat so that I know? Oh, how do I make the code green? Ignore it. It's Control slash. Ignore this part. Ignore this. The words don't work for you. Like what words? Be more specific. Yeah, make to comment it out, you just do Control and slash, and it turns it into comments, which when you run a code, it's going to ignore this part. But when you type what is your name, it says invalid. So like, oh, did you forget the quotation marks? Because if you just do this, it's not going to work. Invalid syntax.
if this helps. So, yep. Oh, quotation marks you added. Hmm. Does it work after you add quotation marks, or does it still say like invalid? Okay. Can you like copy paste the error message and then just like copy this entire thing to the red error message, and then I'll see. Oh, run paste. Oh, good. Keyboard interrupts. Hmm. That's weird. So suppose you have like, okay, I'm just going to simulate. So if I do this for like it should give like a red error, right? Right click copy paste. Does that work? No? Yeah, you could copy paste the error message or copy paste the code and then you can figure something out. Invalid character in identifier. Hmm, that's interesting. What if you make a variable very big? Well, then it's just that big. I think it's if you make a big variable, then it's a big number. Oh, can you just wait? Can you copy paste me like your code and then I can take a look and see what's wrong. Oh, I just deleted it. You don't have to delete everything. Yeah, so today we learned variables. You can set them to numbers or some words like this. And for words like this are in quotation marks and in color, remember we call it strings. There's actually a third type of flow data type, I guess. So we have numbers. Oh, print what is your name? Yeah. So if you do print what is your name, like print what is your name? Print what is your name? Ah, does it just say error something's not defined when you type your name? Does it say something like this? Not exactly. Ah, Wait, let me test this out. Let me test something. Is it like this? Or no? So you want input for this part anyways. Yeah, if you want name equals input if you want to type and respond. Oh, something wrong with the quotation mark? If it's not highlighting a color, yeah, if it's like a different quotation mark, like this, yeah, it has to be a certain kind of quotation mark. Yeah. If it's in this, good question. Well, how about I'll type the quotation mark character in chat and you can copy paste that. So here, the quotation. Yeah, this is the normally it should just be quotation mark. Var equals hi for I in range this, print var. Well, it's going to print var a lot of times, right? Quotation marks around hi. Let me guess. Spam sprint high. It works now? Yay, that's nice job. So now we learn how to we have characters and we have numbers. We can all assign them to variable, right? So let's cover something really quick. Should be pretty obvious. Oh, on your computer it still does not like the quotation mark. Yeah, might have to figure something out. Be like normal standard ASCII chart English quotation mark. Just like, yeah. Has to be like normal English quotation mark. Wait, let's cover something simple. So if I have like a variable, right? So we could have numbers or we could have some words, right? But did you know there's actually a third type of thing you could put into it? Anybody want to take a guess what I'm talking about? What could it possibly be? Not a number and not characters and words. Flow? Well, that kind of goes with numbers. Number like integers and floats, I call it number. So yeah, here it is. True and false. Or yes, we call it Boolean. Yep. So we can have true and false variables. So false and true. Oh, I can't type. True and false.
And these variables, if you assign them true and false, well, you can use them in some situations that are like very useful. Each of these types have different use cases. Characters, you will use them a lot for printing things out in the console. For numbers, it's calculations. And for true and false, well, we will be doing a lot of logic with these. Since true and false, that's basically just logic, right? Of logic gates and things. So I don't think we have enough time for today to talk about more complex like true and false things, but just a review. We know all the basic operators now. Plus, minus, multiply, divide, double slash for divide and round down to get integer. And this percentage thingy, we call it module. It will give you the remainder. And print or print out something in the console. And you could do print, you could do you could have a variable, you can assign different values to it, and input, it will be the value of whatever you typed in. And if you do name equals input, name will be whatever you typed in. And you can also use plus. Oh, yay, good job. You changed something in settings. Nice. Yeah. So you can also print, well, not just print, but you can like hello plus world. You could do this. So you could just use plus to join together words. You could do this. Just a caveat though, it's only plus. You cannot do minus. So if you do hello minus hello, it will not work. You can only do plus. It will give you an error. Say you cannot subtract two strings. Only plus for words, okay? Only plus. Only plus. All right. Does anybody have any questions for today? No? All right. We're all good then. All right. Well, I think that'll be it for today. And then see you guys on Wednesday. Have a nice day. Bye. Bye, everyone.